Can I get this motor running? I haven't been able to get this motor to run right. I thought I had it, but then a year ago when we was up north, tried to run it and it would die. Run, die, just like it was running out of gas. So I have it here today and I'm going to see if I can't get the thing to run the way it's supposed to. This is one of the best motors I ever owned. Very dependable, but time has not been good to it, I guess. So let's see if we can get this running. Join me as I share stories of my life as a kid, bringing junk home and turning it into something useful. Fact is, I'm still doing this today at age 69. One of the possibilities that might have been wrong is this hose, this fill ball, and this connector right here. I don't know if they were bad. They could have been, and it was sucking air. I don't know, but I've replaced it and it hasn't been started in almost a year. We're going to set up here and you're going to watch me see if we can get this running. What I've done here is set up this water trough filled with water so that we got plenty of water going to the engine, because last summer when I worked on it, I replaced the impeller in there and I don't want to replace it again. So we have that, and I shared with you I've changed the gas line and also the fittings. So let's see what we can do, and hopefully the thing will start. Typically in starting this engine, back in the day when it was really good shape, you turn the on switch on, you put this in neutral, you pull this choke lever right here out 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then all you do is pull. If it starts, you push it in halfway. Like I started to say, if it starts, which by the way, that surprised the heck out of me. When it's pumping good water, you push the choke in halfway until it's, until it warms up. I am totally dumbfounded here. I wonder last summer if the issue was just it was sucking air through them fittings. Well, we're gonna find out here. Let's just let this run a while and open my door so I don't get gassed out. Okay, this is the kind of shifter, tiller handle, the shifter's right here. All you do is you turn it a little bit, and there it's in gear. This might be the easiest engine I ever fixed. Maybe I had it fixed last year. That's old gas. been a few days since I've been on this project, and I did a little checking and I found out what this is for. And what this is, it's a choke spark advance, and I have it this right here. I want to take off, and it's this part right here that's broken, and it's this part right here that is broken off of it, and that fits in there like that, and it's supposed to attach right down here, and when you pull the choke out, it advances the spark. That's what I've been told. But boy, that seems really tight. So I'm not sure how that works. So what I'm going to try to do is drill a little hole in here and put a little screw in there to hold this from moving. And then at least when that choke comes out, it does pull that somewhat. It's just not pulling it the way it's supposed to. And you can, uh-oh, look at that. It came off again. And that's what I'm saying. That's just not going to work, what I just said, because I think what I'm going to have to do is put a screw here, not here. Up here. I wonder if I can do that, or if I should just glue that, because you want that to come out just a little bit, and it does. That pulls hard though. And see, the choke right here pushes this pump, and that's what primes it. You're supposed to pull this out 3 times. Start it. Once it starts, push the choke in halfway. And I've done that a couple of times since I've gotten it running. And I'll tell you what, that thing starts on the second pull. So I think the choke system works. I just need to deal with this right here. And the other issue I have is back over here on this side. And get you over here. See if you can see it. But this part right here had a little pin that came out that bumped against this thing right here behind it. And the idea is when you pull the throttle back after running it wide open, you bring your throttle down real quick, it hits that pin, and it helps regulate or controls how fast the engine idles down so that it just doesn't die. So I'm going to call it an idle bump control. I'm not sure what it is. I can't find this, at least up till this point, and I cannot find this part, at least up to this point. I'm not saying that they're not available. I'm just saying I have not found it. So this I'm going to leave go for right now and do a little research, and this I'm going to try to put a little pin in there and see if that would hold it in place or something. Let's get that done. Got a little bit bigger bit. Now let's see if this will go in. That's going to hold that in place. So we're going to call this fixed. It doesn't pull it like it's supposed to, but it does a little bit. And I'll continue to look for this part. I may be able to find it eventually. But this, my suggestion here is going to be just to idle down slower, so that you don't have issues. The other thing is, this screw right here, I need to adjust it some, and to do that, I really should have that thing running. So we'll get it started again, get this door opened. Okay, let's see if she's gonna start again. She's been starting really well. Oops. Turn the on switch on. One, two, three. Ah, real-time start, let me tell you. Let me get over here so I can use my other arm. Ah, there's the problem. I forgot to squeeze the... That's leaking right there. It'll start. 1, 2, 3. Maybe it won't. I think I had it a little bit flooded. You can see this here is leaking just a little bit around the fitting. I need to tighten that up. But we'll let her sit here and idle a little bit. I'm going to put it in gear and let it just idle in gear for a while. As I had the thing idling in gear, it ran out of gas. So I went up, I got new fresh gas, oil, and I tried to start it. Trouble. And what I've concluded is that I just need to step away from this for just a little bit, and I have, because this is a couple of weeks later, and I'm still thinking about this motor. You heard it run, I heard it run. It's got good spark, it's got good compression. There's something wrong with the fuel delivery, but I can't get it to run quite right yet. And I'm going to conclude this video on this note. Can this be fixed? I'm sure it can. I'm struggling right now, but bet your whatever, I'm going to get this thing to run. And I'm going to bring you along for the ride. But for right now, it's not running the way it should. I can start it and it'll start right up. It just won't stay that way. It's in the fuel delivery. I just have to digest it and think about it. Can it be fixed? Sure it can. Can you fix it? We both will together. So until the next one,